Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am going to start a new testing series. I've been wanting to do this for such a long while and I wanted to basically try out really hyped products and see what they do. So obviously I have already done like 4-week testing videos on certain products and I wanted to continue that format but just trying out hyped products that have recently come out. And I'm so excited for the first one because as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna get this. I think this is gonna be amazing. I think I'm gonna need this in my life. I am such a big fan of Isle of Paradise. They are one of the only tan brands that I use. I'm such a scaredy cat when it comes to tanning mousses. They freak the hell out of me and I have just never wanted to use them. And when I've tried, it's just been an utter disaster. I never want to turn up for an audition or an event or something with a streaky tan, and I basically have been using the light self-tanning water for years now. I absolutely love it. I love how natural my tan looks. I love that I can build it up. I love the fact that I don't have to wash it off because I'm lazy. I love that I can just kind of spritz it on, not get wet for 4 to 6 hours, so no going out the rain or sweating or anything, and then my tan is done and I can carry on with my day. There's no transfer. I just absolutely love it. I just love for everything that they stand for as well. Jules is like my spirit animal. I absolutely adore him. He's the founder of Isle of Paradise. So I've been using this for ages, and so when this range came out I was really excited. So this is their new Hyglo range, and the kind of ethos behind it is that it's skincare while you tan, so you're kind of getting a 2-in-1 thing. It's very much promoting that nice moisturizing thing that you would get from a body moisturizer or a face moisturizer. You've also got the tanning thrown in too, which is so exciting. So this is the packaging. I absolutely adore it. It's so lovely, and it's in my favorite color as well, in this turquoise color. I love it. I just love the fact that it has got hyaluronic acid in it, which is so good for your skin. It's really good at keeping moisture locked in. And that's the thing, I do love kind of gradual tanners, but I just find that they don't give me a huge amount of tan. Like I can't say, look, hey, I've tanned. I'll just say, oh, I've just put a gradual body lotion on. So the fact that these will give you a tan is pretty incredible. I'm so excited to give these a go. So you've obviously got one for your face and one for your body, and the idea is that you would put these on however you would put on your body moisturizer or your serum in your skincare routine. So I'm basically going to give these a go over the next 4 weeks and see what they do for my skin. Without further ado, let the 4-week review commence. Right, so I'm just about to use the Hyglo body serum for the first time. Just a couple of things to address. Please ignore the spot cream that is on my spot at the moment. I have a friend that decided to raise its head, so I am mid-treatment of that. It doesn't actually say you have to exfoliate 24 hours beforehand, whereas with their other like spray water tans, it says you do. And I think the reason why is because you can use this daily in place of your normal body moisturizer. So I found that quite interesting because at first I thought, oh, maybe it's like something you can use every other day or when you exfoliate and then use it as like a body moisturizer. But no, you can actually use this as your daily body moisturizer, which I thought was quite cool. So I'm going to give it a go now. The idea is basically the tan is going to kind of come in throughout the day, a little bit like the waters, so it's a similar sort of process. So this says you have to use 4 to 12 drops per body part and you apply it directly to the skin. So again, it's very different from the tanning waters or things like that where, you know, you can use a mitt with it. This is basically just as you would use your normal body moisturizer. So let's give it a go. I'm obviously not going to show all my body on camera. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do it on my arm, and then I'll apply it on the rest of my body off camera, and then I'll give a little update throughout the day, see how it's getting on and stuff. So let's give it a go. I think I'm going to use, because I like more of a natural tan. I look really orange because of my dressing gown. That's absolutely hilarious. So I think I'm going to start with 6 just to start off with, and then because I'm trying this for 4 weeks, then I can kind of go a bit further if I want to. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have done some other palm, I didn't really think that through. So I'm just going to apply it to my arm. Oh, it smells lush. That smells so nice. I love the smell of the tans as well, because they don't have that biscuity smell. They just smell, I don't know, I just associate it with it being the Isle of Paradise tan. It's got quite a unique smell. Okay, so that's about 6 drops in. It's tacky, which is probably the better. I think I'm used to, because I'm used to using like body moisturizers. I'll see how that goes with moisturizing my skin, but the fact that it's got hyaluronic acid in it hopefully means that it will do quite a good job at moisturizing. I am going to off camera apply the rest of it to my body, and then I will check in with you a little bit later on and basically see what it has done to my skin. Right, so I thought I'd give a little update as to how my tan has developed. I'm really happy. It's this gorgeous like golden hue. I'll put the little before photo on here so you can kind of see what has happened. This was with 6 drops on my hand. You can actually see a little bit where I should have maybe put a little bit more on the back of my hand, but it's not obvious. I think that's the thing I like about these waters and the serum, is that, you know, if you make a mistake, it's not hugely obvious and you can kind of go over it. But I am very impressed, especially as I pretty much just put this on kind of slapdash a little bit, how I put on my body moisturizer. I definitely can see a difference in my legs. They're definitely a bit more golden, which is so nice. So I think I will try this out a little bit more and see how it goes. I'm definitely going to use this wool. This is like the perfect wool for it, because it really does show off the tan against the white, so you can really see the difference. So I am now going to try this out over the next couple of days and see how it gets on. I did exfoliate my face this morning, so tomorrow morning I'm going to use the face serum and let's see how we get on with that. Right, hello everyone. It is the next day. As I said, I was gonna, whoa, the lighting went really bright then. So I am now going to give the face serum a go. I exfoliated my skin with a acid about 24 hours ago, so I'm now going to apply it. It'd be interesting to see what it would be like when I don't exfoliate, because I'm just going to quickly talk about the body serum. So one thing I found when I woke up this morning, firstly, my skin was so soft, and on my like chicken skinny bits, I found, like on my on the backs of my arms, I found that it definitely wasn't as dry as it has been, which I found really interesting, because obviously sometimes you will find that you have to use kind of keratin specific products that kind of get rid of that, because I kind of have that anyway. That's something I've had for a long while, and I'm not too fussed about it. I used to be when I was younger, I think, because it was a lot more severe than it is now. But yeah, I definitely found that my skin was smoother and a lot softer waking up. Sometimes I can find that in between like doing an exfoliant or something like that, my skin does seem to build up the dryness. I used to find that when I moisturize my body every other day, like with a proper moisturizer rather than like an in-shower one, I found that my skin was actually it could cope okay. But now I'm finding that my skin is a little bit dry as I get older on my body, so I'm finding that I do actually have to moisturize every single day, which is where that body serum comes in. But I also found that it has streaked a little bit, so I think because I did 6 drops or a little bit more in some body areas, I found that there was like some build up. So I've actually exfoliated today and I've applied it today, and I'm going to see whether it actually improves that or not. But it's definitely showing up more of a tan than some of the other gradual tanners I've used, which I'm really impressed with. And I like the fact that you can tailor it to how dark or how light you want to go. So anyway, that's that. Now let's go on to the face one. So as I said, I have exfoliated, but I definitely will try it without exfoliating just to see what it does. So with this one, it is 4 to 12 drops onto the whole face, same thing as before. So I'm going to give this a go and see what happens. I'm loving the fact sometimes it seems, hang on, let's do this first. 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna do 6, 5, 6, same as my body, just to match it, because I'm gonna put some on my neck as well. So let's pop that on. I just love the smell of this. I think some people may not like the smell of it, which is absolutely fair enough, but I like it personally. I think it's lovely. Okay, that has sunk into my skin. really quickly. Well, it's still there, like it's still got that nice tackiness which you kind of want after using a product. You don't want your face to be like still you know, swimming in it, but it's gone really nice and tacky, which is nice. So I think you do have to work quite fast with this, because I think otherwise it could get a little bit dangerous. You could end up working on one area. So I'm going to do 4 drops for my neck. I found sometimes I used to be really bad at blending in my neck, and I used to get like almost like a ring around there. So I'm going to blend it into my chest and my back, just to make sure that it is going to be nice and blended. But I think the nice thing about this as well is that, you know, it will, as it develops, you can kind of go over it. So there was like a patch on my leg, as I said, with the body moisturizer, that I found it had kind of built up a little bit there. And so what I've just done is this morning, I've just put a little bit like more on the kind of bit around it, so it can blend it in rather than like trying to scrub it off. Because I think that's what Jules said in one of his like tutorial things that he did. He said actually it's better to kind of try and build up around it rather than try and scrub away. Or you can use like a tan remover, because they do have a tan remover, which I've not tried, but that'd be really interesting to try. Okay, so my skin is lovely and like tacky, so that's really good. So I'm gonna basically finish the rest of my skincare routine, and then I'm going to let you know what it's like. So let's see how this face serum develops on my skin. Good morning everybody. So I completely failed at showing you what my face ended up looking like after I had used the serum, which was really stupid, but I did take a photo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a before photo and an after photo just so you can see the difference. I definitely found that it was more of like a glow, but it blended really nicely with the tan on my body. Also, excuse my wet hair, I've just thrown it up in a bun just so I can do my makeup in a minute. I put it on again this morning, and I'm just loving just the glow it gives my skin, how soft it is, obviously because it's very moisturizing, which is lovely. And I'm just enjoying using them a lot. I'm really enjoying using them every day. You know, it's not a big issue using them. Like, I'm not having to like crack out the tanning mitt or anything like that. It's so easy and simple. So if you're even lazier than using a tanning water, this is ideal for you. But yeah, I think as far as like the color, that's kind of an instant thing that I'm seeing, and I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing. Hello everyone, so it's actually been about 3 weeks since I started using these Hyglo products. I don't know what happened. I think, to be honest with you, I was really enjoying using them, and I just kind of forgot to talk about it, because I found that these were so easy to kind of slip into my routine that it wasn't like a big life-changing thing. Like, I just found myself reaching for them without even thinking and applying them, because as I said, they're so easy to use. So about 3 weeks in, I'm really settled into how I'm using them. Before, I was using them every day. For that first week, I was using them every day. I found that the colour was amazing and it was almost like an instant result. But the thing was as well was that I found that if I hadn't exfoliated, it did kind of cling to certain areas. So, but also I was able to kind of correct any huge mistakes that had popped up, which was really good. So yeah, so I've actually found that I've been using these more after I've exfoliated. So now I'm also using an acid to exfoliate. I'm doing it a little bit more often than I normally would have done with like a harsh scrub. I'm really enjoying using kind of acid exfoliants at the moment, because it's actually, I'm finding, a lot more gentle to my skin. So I've actually been finding that I've been obviously using the face serum more, and obviously as well with the body one, I found it is a little bit easier to use kind of in between exfoliating. This is the other thing as well. So normally when you tan, you would leave 24 hours after you have exfoliated, but I have found that I can use this on the day that I exfoliate and the day after. So to be honest with you, I'm still getting almost like 2 days worth of use out of it rather than just applying it 24 hours afterwards. So that's the other thing as well. Like, I'm able to incorporate these so much easier into my routine than a traditional tan where you have to do a bit more prep work. So that's the one thing I've been really enjoying out of these. Hydration wise, I think they've been working really well with the products that I've got, especially the face one. It just works really well in my skincare routine. It's fitting really well and my skin has been looking amazing. So let's do a little close up of what I look like. So I applied this yesterday and I think it kind of settles in quite nicely on the second day. I've not put any like makeup or anything on today, so I'm a little bit paler than I would have been yesterday, but I think from the pictures that I've shown you already, like you can see there is like a kind of a small difference. It's not like a bam, there's your tan. It's more like a, oh, you've got quite a nice glow. And that's what I've been finding. I've been able to build this up. So I was using 6 drops. I'm still using 6 drops. I just find that I can, if I want a bit more, I can add a few more drops, but I'm liking the 6 drop look, especially if I'm going to be using foundation, so, or a tinted moisturizer on top of it. It just blends in quite nicely to the shade that I've got there, and it blends in nicely with my body shade. So like my body shade, this is probably ever so slightly lighter than I normally am, like if I'm applying this 2 days in a row. So I applied this yesterday, and I applied it today, and so it's kind of still developing, but normally I just go a little bit darker than this, and I'm just loving how it looks. Like when I've been taking outfit photos, I've been able to notice that I have such a nice glow. When it comes to like hydration as well, I found that my skin has been really nice and soft and hydrated. My eczema hasn't actually been flaring up as much, which is really nice. I would love to see how this works more in the winter when I'm kind of going between more harsher environments, going from cold to like warm, kind of indoor central heating areas and then back out again, how it would be when my skin normally flares up in the winter. But I'm really impressed. Like I'm really loving how these are making my skin look, how I'm making them feel, and I'm just not having any major issues. I think the one thing that I am doing is I saw a tip on Beauty's Big Sister when she tried these out. She said to use a brush to basically buff out your face, and that's something I have started doing. At first I just kind of put it on and, you know, just hope for the best, but I found that blending it out, kind of especially around the hairline, using like a kind of one of those flat brushes that you might use for putting on kind of a cream product, and if you just kind of buff it in around the kind of outside of your face, that works so well, and it really kind of stops any build up. So yeah, I think that's probably the only thing that I've kind of done kind of to adjust how I'm applying it. But yeah, apart from that, I'm just applying it with my hands. There isn't a huge build up on my hands. I do get some, so I think what I'll do is I will use these for another week, and then I will come back to you with my like final thoughts of kind of a whole month of using these products. But I'm really loving them, so it's definitely, I think it's going to be a positive review. Hello everyone. So it's been about, well, it's probably more than 4 weeks, but we're at the end of trying out these Hyglo products, and so I thought I would give you my thoughts. So just for reference, I applied the serum today, and I've been using it probably about 3 times a week. That's kind of fitted into my routine quite well, and the same thing with the body serum. I'm using that kind of 3 times a week now, so it's got a really nice glow. I've not actually put hardly any foundation at all. I've literally just put some concealer on. I've not really needed it because the glow this has given me has been so nice. So I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of run through my thoughts of the tanning and also the moisturizing, because I think they're the 2 main things about this product. So firstly, let's talk about the tanning. So good, like amazing. I mean, compared to like other like gradual tanners I've tried, this just gives you results so much quicker than any other one that I've had. So normally what I would do is I'd apply it and I'll just kind of go about my day, and I kind of just see a little tiny hint of it. But I think for me, like after, I don't know, maybe 3 days of constantly using it, so applying it every day, I have found that with both of these I have seen a huge difference. Probably with my face one, it's been kind of less obvious because I apply 6 drops to my face, and I think it really blends in nicely, but the body one especially really does show, and I think that's the difference. Like I can get my normal kind of tanned look that I would get by doing my tanning water with 3 days use of this, which I think is really, really cool. So I think it works really, really well alongside their tanning waters. If you don't have time to do like a proper tanning routine, I mean, it doesn't take me long anyway, but if you don't have the time to do it, or you're worried about, you know, if you've got to wash your hair and you're going to worry about getting lines around your face, it doesn't matter, because you can just apply this the next day. Like, it is not a big issue. I have found it has streaked a little bit more than the tanning waters, but I think that's just down to application, because obviously with the tanning waters I'm using a mitt and I'm just using my hands with this. But again, that has been something that I've adapted to, and now I'm able to do it without too many mistakes, which is really, really cool. And also the fact that before it was kind of staying in my hands a little bit more, and again it's kind of settled in, which is quite good, and I've got used to like washing my hands as soon as I finished using the products. So in terms of tan, I think it's been absolutely amazing for both of these. And I definitely don't think well, you could use it as an alternative to a proper tan, but I do enjoy using the tanning waters anyway, because I find that also they kind of work both well with the tanning waters. So I think if you're going to get it and you use their tanning waters anyway, I think it will kind of slip into your routine really, really well, especially when you are in between tans, because I tan like once a week, and so in between those times I'm able to top it up with these, and it just works so, so well. In terms of moisturizing, again, I was really, really impressed. Like, my skin didn't feel dry at all after 24 hours or whatever, and I found that it was really, like, I didn't get any eczema or anything, which is really important for me. If a product doesn't react well with my skin, then that's it, that's a no-go. So yeah, in terms of actually moisturizing, I found that my skin was actually a lot smoother, and also in like a long-term sense as well. Like, I found that my skin, even though we are going into the colder months, my skin was actually really smooth, and I wasn't getting any dry, itchy bits, which is so good. And so I'm just blown away by these products. I'm really, really happy that I got them and I've tried them out, and they are gonna be in my routine for a long, long time. I'm gonna definitely be repurchasing these when these run out. I'll just do a little kind of update of how much is left as well. So I mean, I've been using this, originally I was using these every day, and then I went to 3 times a week just because of my routine with my tanning water, and I would say I've got just over half left in this, which is fair enough, because you do need to use quite a lot on your body. Well, I do anyway, to get the tan that I like, which is 6 drops for each body part. I feel that that kind of helps me achieve the glow that I like. And then with the face serum, I've actually got probably about 2/3 left, which is really, really good, because again, I've actually been using this quite a lot as well. And I think as well, just something to say with the face one, I did use a flat foundation brush, which I didn't really use anymore, and I actually used it to blend in the edges of my face, because I started to get a little bit of kind of build up along this part here near my ear. So I found that that was a really good tip to use. And also as well, as I said before, like, I found that I've not actually needed to have as much foundation or tinted moisturizer on my skin, because it's actually given me a really, really nice glow. And I found that my skin doesn't look as dull, and I normally would go and reach for a foundation or a tinted moisturizer, and actually I've been going without a base product some days, which has been amazing. So I think for me as well, long term, I will definitely be keeping this in my routine, for the fact that when those days, for instance, I'm going into work, I don't always want to apply a base product to my face, and so that is going to be a fantastic alternative to at least give my face a little bit of colour. So all in all, I am really, really impressed, and I can't wait to keep using these products. I do hope you enjoyed this little review. They are kind of time consuming to make, but I just love making them. I think I love trying out new products anyway, And so, I mean, and I had these already and they were an obvious choice for me to start reviewing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do let me know if you have tried these products as well and what you think, or if you've been eyeing them up and this video has helped you in any way. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. I do beauty videos like this, and I also do acting, travel and fashion as well thrown in. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.